Hello, everybody. This is Living Word of Darkness. Rage across to New York. Today we have a scene for the Werewolf venue where we will start with the cabins of the certain Garu that gets a knock. The how close the Fianna Castle and the Seeker's cabin are close.
I don't know that it's ever been specified, but for what it's worth, we just finished a scene wherein the two of them were outside, heard a ruckus happening, particularly probably in the Guardian chat, and took off for it.
Then what's going to happen is that you guys see individuals around this head put on a spike says, "Can Shadowrunners and Seekers please step forward?" You guys know this guy. He is Ned Smith, a Fiannakin who doesn't do a lot of stuff. Aiden gains a rage. 10 points gains a rage.
Yes, he does.
While this happens, the Saoirse, Teresa, and Alana was staying at the Fianna Castle. The Volnar tree tied to a room kind of knocks the doors where they're staying and says, "There's problems outside. You guys gotta check it." And he fucks off.
Had a decent morning. Just wanted to throw that out there.
No such thing as that anymore.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Let's go check this shit out.
Yep, they go out.
And just to double check, since Worm is what? Perception occult?
Jeez.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll that while you're doing your thing.
Roll your dice. You got a success. It is worm tainted, yes.
The question is it to a degree that I would suspect something along the lines of anything being tied to it, or just, yeah, this was obviously handled by bad guys?
This is obviously handled by those guys.
Then as the others are coming, 10 Point will probably be whisking off one of the shawls she wears and trying to go ahead and shroud the head and take it from the spike.
When you take it, you hear a voice like, and more bones kind of drips from the neck.
Delicious.
We appear into the ember really fast.
Oh, I believe it. You are welcome to show up in time to see 10 Point casting a shawl over this thing, which is almost immediately and heinously bloodstained beyond repair, and removing it from the spike with a grimace at the lovely, lovely sounds it makes. Yeah. At which point she'll go ahead and try to more thoroughly shroud it, not necessarily to hide it from the people who are coming, who are welcome to step up and interact in whatever way they like, but she is just kind of trying to show some respect for what portion of the corpse she has. Yep, werewolf dash roller.
You gain a range and rolling. You are rolling frenzy. Same with Teresa.
Yep, that's what I thought. All right.
Our frenzy rules are changed. If you don't know, I will like to remind you. You can't spend a willpower. You need to roll the willpower before you roll. Are you dropping a willpower, Lindsay?
Yes, if I know the rage rules correctly, that means my threshold is now 6 to frenzy.
Pardon? Say it again.
If I've read the updated rage rules correctly, willpower just means that my threshold is now 6, not 4, right?
No. Your threshold is always 4. It's just like when you spend a frenzy.
Essentially, instead of spending the willpower after you roll, you have to decide to spend it before you ever make the roll, on the off chance that you might frenzy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, because when I first read it, it's kind of different. So my bad. You know what? Never mind then. Let's let it ride. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen?
Frenzy.
He said as he thralled.
I didn't frenzy, but I got 3 successes. I'm fucking mad.
You are fucking mad. You're gonna slap
Really
the
fucking
guy
mad.
who looks at you the way. And I need 10 Fianna players to roll. The
Gotcha.
Fianna lore. Intelligence Fianna lore. For set purposes, difficulty 5.
What about non-Fianna that have Fianna lore?
You can also roll that.
Okay.
Depend on the diff. I got 2.
This is brother of Chad, if anybody who knows one success.
I've got
Chad.
Aiden met him personally.
I also got 3.
Yeah, I hooked him up with a kinfolk and everything. Not Chad. Oh,
He's in a rune. Chad is in a rune, I mean.
And this is his brother, right?
yeah.
And here's a question, Amush. Do I need to make a roll to liken this to the decidedly Fianna fetish that I know damn well about out of character?
Pardon, say it again?
There is a Fianna fetish that is very similar to this situation. Do I need to make a roll to recognize how fucking insulting that is?
Yes.
What would you like me to roll, sir?
Difficulty 6, intelligence Fianna lore. Because I was actually going to ask that. I'm thinking of reminding. People can roll that if they have Fianna lore too. It's a right, actually, not a fetish.
Oh, really? I could have
Yes.
sworn it was a fetish. Might be. Well, I didn't make the roll,
So
fuck
if
me.
we have Fianna
Lore 2.
if we have Fianna lore 2, we can roll
Oh.
it, right?
I couldn't
I
have
have
rolled it
3
the first one.
successes. Fianna lore 3.
There is a Fianna right that is considered useful for Fianna, which is when you kill a Bane or when you kill an enemy, you cut his head off and mark your own territory with that. That is a really nice mockery of that tradition. So I need traditionalists to gain another rage who succeeded this role.
Although I don't know what's up. Fine. Hayden has just been staring.
Saoirse's,
I won.
I don't know if you'd consider her a traditionalist, but she does value the traditions, so I don't know if
Then you will
that
get a
counts.
rage.
Okay, yeah. Alright, another rage. Do I need to roll again for frenzy?
Yes.
I will say yes.
Okay.
Bum bum. Bum bum. 10 point. Are you a traditional scholar?
Yes, but I did not succeed the roll or even have enough Fiona roll to make it.
Oh shit, okay.
Tradition is, but I don't have enough Fiona lore to make the roll.
I got 3 successes again.
You need to punch something. Like, just like,
Is there a tree
Start-
nearby?
I was going to say, you going to start punching trees? That poor tree.
there is a tree, yes.
So
Okay.
Oh,
but
their spike
she
is
just
still there. You can,
fucking-
like, rip it out of the ground and go bananas.
Smash it.
Oh yeah, that's what she'll do. She'll rip the spike out of the ground and just smash it. She only has strength 2 in Hamid, but she doesn't give a fuck right now.
Oh, rage to go to Kranos.
The
No.
guys here, the visible force that most of people hates at the moment, especially at the sept, 6 spiders are coming. Bzz, 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 bzz. Trespassing. Return to your borders. Those who have speech can understand.
Oh,
Come on,
that's right.
folks.
It is just
Back
outside.
on the set.
Isn't it?
Don't need to fight needlessly right now. As much as we may be spoiling for one.
10 Points jaw is very firmly locked, and she's keeping a studying eye on Aiden.
Saoirse is breathing heavily, and I don't know if she's successfully broken the stake, but if she hasn't, she's taking that bitch with her, and she's gonna beat it against something.
You break it, we'll do it for you.
Okay, she's mad enough to do that. All right.
Yeah.
only thing
Your
Teresa
hands are hurting.
actually gets cleansed from now.
The spirits are bzz, bzz. Oh, the second warning. Trespassing our territory. This is 10 meters away from the set.
10 meters what? Okay.
Enough. You just hear Aiden. You just hear enough. Enough of living next to things that are trying to kill us. Enough. He like slams his fist down, like growls basically. Enough. There, he's dead. Enough of this. Yeah, he's shifting to Krynos and attacking. Enough. Aiden has lost it completely, you know. Well, an initiative, Aiden just flips, you know, screaming, you know, enough, you know.
Is he attacking the spiders?
Maria, stand behind me.
Yeah, Teresa is
Oh, she just sort of quietly takes a step back, stands behind Tapisa.
yeah, Teresa's getting kind of in between her packmates and Aiden, just in case he flips out to frenzy levels.
And as Aiden is
Why-
reacting like this, 10 Point will be offering the wrapped bundle to Alana
I'll
The,
take it.
and
Why
taking
are we running
Glabro.
from our borders? Fucking land. Why are we running away?
Who said fucking running away?
retreat,
She break her knuckle. Oh, she cracked her knuckles.
retreat to your territory. Last warning. Call Hunter Spiders. Initiate.
And 10
Order
Points
25.
drawing up the bow.
You hear Saoirse say, "Fuck these spiders. I'm tired of them."
Enough living next to things that are trying to kill us. Enough of watching kin die. Enough. You know, you're just screaming more and more, basically. You know.
Saoirse's with Aiden, and she's basically starting to say the same thing.
Let's
All right,
remind them of what we fucking are. You hear me, you fucking spider prick? You know what I mean? He's getting shifting up, basically. You know?
Yeah,
There's
Teresa.
there's a loud scream coming through the Umbra as something jumps from the bottom of the sept and will land next to Aiden and Krynos. claws ready. Fucking looking next to sort of looking at Aiden and smirking. Go time.
Just looks at everybody. Are we
And
going to remind
10
these
will be-
fucking Weaver and Spirals who we are, or are we just going to sit here and cry about it?
Can people? Does anybody have common sense here?
I do.
Nope.
That is a terrible idea to attack the spiders.
Oh yeah, no, Teresa knows that shit.
Like, it is a
That's
terrible, terrible idea.
that's why Alana told everybody back on Sept. You have to
Wait.
pick your fights.
Wait, are they talking about the spiders or the spirals?
The
Spiders.
spiders.
Okay,
Big pattern spiders.
sorry. I thought I heard Amachan say spiral, so I was like, wait, what?
No, it's the spiders, especially considering that they just said that they are calling for hunter spiders.
So Teresa's going to look over to the group and say, okay, everyone, we're pissed off right now. I get that. I am too. But we have to prioritize. These points to the spiders are not going to be are not going to be our priority right now. They didn't do this. We saved that rage for whatever did.
Anybody who wants to kill spiders? Gain a rage.
Taking a rage, I guess.
I gotta
Take
Well, yeah, I'm taking another rage then, because I want to kill these motherfuckers right now.
White knuckling that bow.
If you guys think,
And then-
if you guys think Teresa's character is being antagonistic towards you and your cause, gain a rage.
Oh Jesus, I'm shot.
Isn't that kind of simultaneous?
Oh, Hamishar, what are you doing to me?
Isn't that kind of synonymous?
Pardon?
Yeah.
This is why I'm
That is-
leaving you guys. Like, if your character is thinking that the Teresa is basically blocking you from, like, doing the right thing, gain a rage. If you don't think she is not blocking you, I'm trusting you guys to play your characters.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm on.
Saoirse
I'm
won't gain a rage for that. That's her alpha.
That's right.
Resident Willpower, let's see this shit.
Difficulty 6.
Oh, thank God, I'm fine!
Yeah. You're like, okay, Torna, this is what happens. You're like, "Dad," like, human! But Teresa just made sense about that. About that thing, she is making sense right now.
Believe me, Aiden. We gonna tag him back, but we can't tag him back right now.
Yeah, he's shaking. You know, like, I mean, he's like looking
Yeah.
at you and looking at the spiders, you know.
Dallas just kind of nudges Aiden with her shoulder. You go, I go. But you make your choice. You stand by it.
Points at one of the spiders, I'll be seeing you again. You know, just storms past everyone, you know, like shoving people out of the way, basically.
3. Is
I
everybody
think everyone's leaving.
Everyone's moving now.
Yep, as soon as Aiden moves, the arrow is unknocked.
Moving back, but doing the piston middle finger as she backs off towards the spiders.
Bzz, bzz, proceeds. Bzz, bzz. No, they don't say that. They don't say that. I'm kidding.
I was gonna say if they actually
Damn it.
say that, I'm turning back around and I don't give a
you
fuck.
say that, they can say that in binary.
I
Oh,
dare
no,
you. I dare you, Amoosh. I dare you to do
Don't
it.
dare Moosh to kill our characters. You know he'll do it.
Yeah,
Hey,
he will.
I got my backup. Come on, then.
Then you guys enter the sept. There are like people looking, the guardians of the sept, not the guardians of the sept. I apologize. They're like people in the NPCs. The guard was asking questions, what's happening, and all that jazz. If there is nothing else, you guys can end the scene or continue role playing however you want. My watch has ended.
Fair enough.
What's the diff to cleanse ahead?
Difficulty 6.
Yeah, because we want to make sure that everything gets cleansed. She'd want the spike cleansed too if Saoirse wanted that. Because I'm not
No,
gonna
she broke it, so she left it where it was at.
lie. Okay.
And I will assume that in taking the head, I have also snagged the note, so it's not just kind of left out there.
The head is cleansed. 3 successes with a willpower spent.
No problem.
And then she brings the head fully onto Sept and
Everybody knows the family of this Fianna family. They're like having really close marriages with Bornars, which kind of seem kind of like unlikely for most, but they're not. They're not just like noble Fianna types. They're people who just fight you. The mother, when the head is presented, is like crying her lungs, like she's screaming with her lungs, and like there's like 4 guys who's hugging this room, who is like in the brink of frenzy, but like everybody is hugging each other. This is Fianna. They care about their kin a lot. And that is what you guys see as a family basically is torn to pieces. Their father is looking mad as fuck, but he can't do anything. He's just a lousy kid. The mother is not saying shit. She's just screaming her lungs out of her body.
That is what you call impotent rage.
At this point, 10 points of tension is pretty tidily split between this family and Haraya and whatever he's getting up to.
Bro, Aiden's pacing around the family. Like, I mean, if you've ever seen like a rabid wolf, like ready to go, you know what I mean? It's just getting angrier and angrier, you know? It's...
And she will probably eventually kind of set up politely alongside Alana and murmur to the side. If I may, Raya, when all is said and done, I have been seeing to the burial of the kin.
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
no, she's talking to Alana.
Alana, I heard Mariah. I'm sorry.
All right, lass. Once they're ready to let it go, make sure that they're honored properly.
Of course, Raya. And she'll bow her head politely and kind of back a step away and then turn her attention more fully to Aiden, especially if he hasn't downshifted by now.
No, he's still storming around and crying out really fucking angrily.
Teresa, what's the situation with those fuckers?
Essentially, what's happened is this was, for lack of a better term, a challenge, if not outright. She's not going to finish that sentence because she doesn't want to use the words she was going to say. But she'll go on and say they were calling out the Shadowrunners and the Seekers directly. And I think we're going to go and handle this situation very soon now.
As Aiden finally relaxes into Hamid, he turns and looks at Teresa. We're going to handle it soon, all right?
All right.
Gonna meld back down into Hamid as well.
And in case it hasn't already been done, 10 Point will make sure that she has passed the note to Teresa.
Which note? Oh, the note that was like, "Hey, yo, can they show up? The Seekers and the Shadowrunners."
Yeah, the note that was attached to the head.
Yeah, she'll say that.
I'm gonna make them pay. Saoirse says through gritted teeth.
Might I
First,
have a
they're
note,
gonna
Raya?
pay. What we do.
We've talked enough. We've said enough. We've all made promises, and let's actually fucking do something about it. Enough. Words. We hunt. We fucking kill all of them. Enough. He's dead. Our kin are dead. They want a challenge, they're gonna fucking get it.
Hmm. The children will aid with any help necessary. They're
You just
still a
nod at
kid.
her.
Sorry, Torna, what did you say?
He just nods at her, grateful, like really grateful.
High points. High points.
If you said what I think you said, there is kind of a sharp reaction in the pack link.
There's a sharp fucking reaction in the pack link, alright? He doesn't really care about the sound of his own rage, unfortunately.
Dallas is gonna put a hand on. Actually, hold that thought.
And just in case, while we're holding that thought, 10-point will
Sorry
be
about that.
turning to Pisha and offering her a nod, still in Glabro. A very grateful, very blatantly grateful nod, saying, "Thank you, Raya."
Dallas is gonna now put her hand on Aiden's shoulder and sort of grip it tight enough to get his attention. You, come on.
No, the hand is firmly shoved away. Back the fuck off. Don't tell me how to feel.
I'm not trying to tell you how to feel, Raya.
He just keeps, he just lets out a very, like, they're fucking dead, as he's walking off, they're being storming, basically. Past people,
Dallas will follow and step behind him.
Ten points. Do you think that the spirits of the dead or spirit related to that may help in tracking those assholes?
It is possible, Raya. I had thought that once the remains we had were seen to properly, that the shawl that I'd wrapped it in would be enough to find the remains that we do not have. And I already have the blood of one of that pack to aid in finding that one.
As she thinks. Let me have an idea.
If you know something that will do this more efficiently, I will do everything that you could possibly need to aid you in its crafting.
I do not doubt the Ragabash's ability to find things, but if I'm correct, then if you have indeed a blood sample of one of those assholes, and my sisters know one of the secret way of my people, then we may be able to find them.
Then simply tell me what you need of me, and I will do it. The rite of the questing stone is not fancy, but it works. If you know something that will work better, I will do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the sooner that we can do it, the better. The longer we wait, the more dead kin we find.
Yeah, that's mainly our problem. Go with the rite of questing stone. I will see if my sister does know that way. We could be able to track his heartbeat.
Good. There are 3 now that these have put to rest. I am tired of preparing bodies.
10 point.
He gives a side glance. Let it be noted that for once, 10 point is looking people flat in the face, and her jaw is fairly firmly set.
We'll get it. Teresa was going to ask 2 questions. Firstly, what do we know about this pack?
I can tell you that the one that we chased was probably a rank above you yourself, simply based on her presence in the Umbra. I would hazard a guess, an educated guess at best, that she was probably a Ragabash. I can tell you that when she howled for reinforcements, 4 came, but I was not close enough. We had to turn back before they got near enough that we could assess their ranks.
So we're dealing with at least a 5-man pack.
At least, Raya. I have the blood of 1. I do not have the names of any.
All right. My follow-up. Are the Seekers aware, including yourself, that this is definitely a trap that we're going to be walking into regardless?
Yes, Raya. My beta commented on just that. Unfortunately, I know no rites, no rituals, no gifts that can grant me greater insight than a cardinal direction. And without better than that, I do not have a way to assess their movements, to find where they take their ease, and to plan any sort of counter.
She'll nod and say, worst case, may be able to improvise something. I have a few initial ideas in my head that we can put to use once we've all started to calm down a bit. And 10 point can see that Teresa's hand is balled up into a fist right now, despite how softly she's talking.
Yeah, 10 point's still white knuckling her bow. There's no arrow put to it, but she's still holding the fuck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The only counter that I can think to propose, Raya, is to treat them just as they have treated us. all Guru value their kin.
Well, that one is going to be a little bit harder to enact.
Do you think so? We know where they live. It is a whole island, but if they have been left to run free there for so long as I imagine they have, I imagine their kin walk very freely among the people. All you need is a philodox with a sharp nose.
We get anyone on that, that's probably going to be the members of the Sept with much stronger stomachs. You can't imagine that everyone is quite okay with killing kin regardless of what tribe they're from.
Would they see more spirals bred then? Just because they wear human skin does not make them people.
I mean, Teresa, I don't remember. I don't remember sparing spiral skin folk when I found their pack home.
Fair. Just some things I wanted to throw out. For now, though, is Dallas still there, Vinny? Or did she go along with Aiden?
I think Dallas followed Aiden off.
Okay.
Followed Aiden, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then Teresa will just look to 10 Point then and say, yeah, make sure Aiden's okay. I understand he's mad. I'm right there with him. But he does his best when he has a semi-level head.
I will level him out in the best way that I know how, Raya. Can you see to it, at least, for me, that the head is taken to the castle? There are kin there who have aided me in holding the wakes and preparing the bodies. They can begin the process, and I will come back to it once my Raya is steadied.
Yeah, we'll do.
At 10 Point will take a very deep breath, then steady herself. Finally will loose the string on her bow, press it back into the swag, and will orient herself in the direction that her packmate went, shaking herself down very carefully to Hamid as she strides after him and Dallas.
There is an individual who is looking for Teresa.
Okay. Do we say that they meet up once Teresa's delivered the head and all that?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
He will say, like, when you deliver the head and all that jazz, he will say, Teresa, public entity, may I have a moment with you?
Yes, of course.
How's it going? How was your challenge?
It's going very well. I have done all the necessary research, and have a plan in mind and people to help me enact that plan.
That is good to know. I give you 3 more days as this problem just rolls up.
Thank you, Ryan.
No problem. Stop calling me Ryan.
Sorry, the set made it a bit of a habit for me.
I understand. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucks off.
Well, I think that's a good way to end the scene. I think.
Yep. Anyone else have anything else they want to do before this splits off into madness?
Madness.
I think
In that
we're
case, I will say thank you, players, for playing, and watchers for watching, and we will see you next time on the Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York.